Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back yet again to the Ravish Report. I am your host, as always, Ravish, the most ravishing man on the internet. Let's get into some LFL action, because today we got some banger things coming on up. So let's understand the way they're coming forward in this week and the last week. Moving on forward and starting with last week, in fact, we're going to talk about teams that have been at the tippity top right at the beginning. That's going to be Game Ward. Because Game Ward, we've seen this team has been the conversation for, are they good, are they not? They've been kind of coin flippy, but across the board right now, they've been seeming pretty solid, specifically last week where they went 2-0. They were so good that there was the wrong logo underneath them. Still Game, not the right game. Don't worry, Camillus, you're a very handsome boy, and I appreciate you. Because I was thinking, right, what are they feeding these guys that they were able to do all this? Turns out they got a guy doing all this. They got somebody just in their back end, like making all these delicious fruits. Look at this, bro. Look at this guy. Hold on. Look at it. Look at this guy. He's so handsome. His name is Clement. Look at all these hand movements that he's doing, that are going on. These oranges, this vitamin C is so necessary. This video has more color than my entire life does. But friends, the unfortunate thing is that whenever there's a throw, there's also a catch, right? Now, we know Game Ward catch, but who threw? Well, I'll tell you. It was Gamers Origin, sadly, who were denied another 2-0 week, sadly. But to be fair, they've been doing it a little bit better, so I'm sure, they can bring it back, hopefully. Chachi just simply could not carry hard enough. So it is quite sad. But on the other end, another team who has been doing much, much better and has been going 3-0, soon to be 4-5-0, is Carmine, who, first this roster, we were like, these guys are phenomenal. They're making sure to be at the tippity top. They got Reckless, disappointing start, really good mid game though, as they're going on right now. They've been curb stopping their opponents, and they keep their eyes on the prize. The prize, of course, is this right here. This man's beautiful head that just shuts down every single opponent in front of him. Seiken, that shiny, shiny top. But of course, he's not the only bald bro on the team. We also got to talk about the original bald bro, Cabashard. And I think with us together, we can be the double Bs, the Bald Brothers. But of course, I'm not that good at League of Legends, but you know who might be? That's Darlic. The top laner of Opera, the team that's been doing not so hot, as he did this to Cabashard. Let's just watch this real quick. Look, he goes back, and then immediately, bang, boom, blah, blah, blah. Where did that come from? Solo kill, Opera, Darlic kills Cabashard. Because look, he goes back a little bit, right? You think, okay, no, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He's walking away. Nothing's going to happen. Right? Da-da-da-da-da. No, you thought, then what happens? That's it. He's just gone. And suddenly he takes a tower shot and walks away like the absolute Chad that he is. Speaking of Oplon, they've actually been doing, and they're looking a little bit better, right? They have a brand new ADC, the first ever introduction of a new sub and a new player in the LFL in Week 6, Z-Core. This guy's from the LFL 2. He's been talked about a lot by different players and coaches as the guy your girlfriend needs to worry about, because he might take her and you. He's that charming and he's that good. He flashes over the walls for kills as an ADC. Only problem is that he didn't get to play the game. He didn't play the game so much, Google didn't recognize him. Hello? Realistically, he did go 2-5, so, which does kind of suck, but I'm sure he'll have a better debut tomorrow on another champion. I'm sure nobody gets a second debut, but you know what, Z-Core, you do, my friend. On the other end, a team that's been absolutely tearing it up. We're going back a little bit to Carmine, all right? To the Revenge Tour that's been starting off hot. These guys are now like 4-5-0. Like they came in to beat Mirage today, who they lost the last time in week number 1, in frankly embarrassing manner where they just threw the game. Did you forget that Jinx is a hyper-scaling late game carry? I know Carmine did, but they've been looking as phenomenal as ever. And as the Revenge Tour continues, I'm sure they'll continue to hop on the bus as they face BDSA tomorrow. By the way, can we talk about a little bit about how when Reckless in that picture, right, he looks like he's like pointing his fingers together like, ooh, can I have more wins, please? But for BDSA, their next opponent, right, today, they did come out swinging, absolutely tearing apart their opponents. And I mean that in the most literal sense possible, but not through any sort of necessarily means. It was a gnarly gameplay, specifically from Aggressivu, who after the previous game decided to flame Horizon his opponent. By the way, taking this goal lead is right at just around the 15-minute mark. He goes on to gain a 5K goal lead for himself over his opponent. He's half the team's lead when they're at 10K, and this guy is building like Triforce, right? They're also building Hydra. He's building Hullbreaker. He didn't get touched the entire game. Nobody gave him a gank, so much so that this was Solari's map. I think Solari forgot that the top half of the map just existed, and they completely ignored him. And through that, he became such a threat that he just shut down any possible means of them bringing it back. Now, like we said, they do face Carmine tomorrow, and I know I'm excited to see that game. I'm hoping that the same sort of NAR gameplay doesn't necessarily happen again. And I know one person who will be talking any more shit about that. It's going to be Beatdown Boulevard. That's what I thought, buddy. Yeah. You definitely can start talking about it. But friends, that's going to be it here today for the Ravish Report. Y'all make sure to stay shining, check your weather, wear your hats, and make sure to keep watching more LFL. And if anything from the video you remember, you were a horse. That's it. Peace.